And the same is true the other way around. Small habits can quietly bring you back together. There's no single dramatic moment, no explosive argument that ends everything. Just small shifts that slowly create distance. And here's what most people don't realize. It's not grand gestures that protect a marriage. It's the small things you do every day that quietly keep it strong. You might be doing this without even realizing it, letting tiny moments slip by, assuming everything is fine, while the emotional gap between you and your partner grows wider. So if your relationship has felt a little distant lately, or you just want to protect what you've built, what you're about to hear matters more than you think. And when you stop doing it with intention, something quietly shifts. Most couples underestimate this completely. How you greet each other sets the emotional tone for your entire relationship. Think about it. After a long day, you walk through the door, and it's either silence, distraction, or just a quick "hey" tossed across the room. But small moments like this build connection, or slowly weaken it. Strong couples do something different. They pause. They look at each other, even if it's just for a few seconds. And they say, "I'm glad you're here." Not just with words, but with presence. Connection doesn't come from time, it comes from attention. Pay attention to this part. When your partner feels seen, even briefly, it creates emotional safety. And by the way, if you've been feeling a little distant lately, the next habit is usually the missing piece. Most couples talk, but they don't actually check in. There's a real difference between the two. Talking sounds like, "What's for dinner?" Or, "Did you pick up the kids?" Or, "What time is your meeting tomorrow?" Checking in sounds different. It sounds like, "How are you? Really?" Like when one partner is carrying stress from work and the other keeps talking about tasks and schedules, but no one ever stops to say, "Are you okay?" That moment, that simple question, makes everything feel real. And here's the key. You're not asking to fix anything. You're asking to understand. Because a lot of emotional distance happens quietly. Stress builds. Frustration builds. And if no one asks, it stays inside. Strong couples create space for this. Not long conversations every night. Just small, consistent moments. Even 5 minutes a day. Not because the words are magic, but because they communicate something your partner needs to hear. That you see them, that you're grateful for them, and that they are not invisible in this relationship. Quick question. When was the last time your partner felt truly appreciated by you? Most people think appreciation. They notice their partner doing something kind, handling responsibilities, being supportive through a hard week. But instead of saying it, they assume their partner already knows. They don't. And over time, silence feels like indifference. Strong couples do something different. They say small things like, "I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. I noticed what you did today, and it meant something to me." It's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Because appreciation does something powerful. It reminds your partner that they matter. And when people feel valued, they show up differently. They're more patient, more present, more willing to work through the hard moments. But those moments are not small to your partner. They are the texture of your relationship. This is the habit that quietly turns love into frustration over time. And it doesn't happen in big arguments. It happens in small interactions. Tone, the way you say things. Because the same sentence can feel completely different depending on how it's delivered. "Did you forget this?" Can feel like curiosity, or it can feel like criticism. And over time, those small moments build tension. They create a pattern where one partner feels constantly judged and the other feels constantly misunderstood. Strong couples aren't perfect communicators, but they are intentional, because small changes, done consistently, create powerful results. And your relationship is worth that kind of quiet, steady effort. Because the last emotional moment of the day often lingers the longest. But most couples end the day like this, scrolling separately, exhausted, barely speaking, drifting off without a single real moment of connection. And over time, that creates distance. Strong couples don't always have long conversations at night, but they do something small. They reconnect, even briefly. It could be a short conversation about something meaningful, a moment of gratitude shared out loud,